The movie begins with a man sweeping in front of his shop. The postman comes to deliver a parcel belonging to his daughter, Bora, along with an invitation card about an exhibition under a man named Joseph. He calls Bora to tell her about the invitation and asks if she is dating a foreign man. Bora tells him she has no idea about the exhibition. Then, the protagonist takes us into a flashback to 1999 when Bora enters the room of her best friend, Yondu. Yondu needs to go to the USA for her critical heart surgery but doesn't want to leave because she has fallen in love with a boy named Hyunjin, knowing only his name. Since she won't be there for a while, she asks Bora to keep an eye on him while she is in the USA, trying to know more about him. The next day, on her way to school, Bora bumps into Hyunjin on the bus and starts keeping an eye on him. She tells Yondu all the details she finds about him in the email. Bora even joins the broadcasting club to be with him after learning that he will join it, but she is the one who gets accepted, and he doesn't. However, Wonho, who joined the club with her, is Hyunjin's best friend. So, Bora decides to befriend Wonho to learn more about Hyunjin. She tries to acquire Hyunjin's phone number while he calls back home at school, but she fails to get the whole number. Somehow, she manages to get the number through the phone book, but Wonho answers the phone and pretends to be Hyunjin. He finds out that she is Bora and quickly hangs up. The next day, Wonho confronts her, asking if she wants Hyunjin's pager number. She needs to get him a blue film from her father's film store. The following day, while she brings the film in her backpack, the teacher gets hold of it and punishes her in front of the class when Wonho teases her and takes the film. At night, while Bora is sitting in her father's shop, Wonho, who came with Hyunjin to help Bora get the pager number, gives it to Yondu. Bora calls him and puts a romantic song on the phone. Wonho starts falling for Bora while seeing her interest in Hyunjin. In a brawl that Hyunjin gets into, she helps them, and the three run away, finding a police car to sit next to. Bora feels nervous when she sees how Wonho holds her hands, and she realizes that she sprained her ankle while running. The next day, Hyunjin takes Bora on a ride and starts to flirt with her, thinking that she likes him for saving him last night. He takes her to dinner at the restaurant where Wonho works and asks her to date him. She gets awkward, tries her best to make him dislike her, and then runs away. Wonho goes after her to put a bandage on her wound, telling her that he thinks she likes Hyunjin. She denies liking him, but while he takes care of her wound, she gets instantly charmed by him. Hyunjin keeps hitting on her while she tries to make him uninterested in her through different ways. Later in their hostel, when she gets awfully drunk, Wonho saves her from getting caught by their warden. She looks directly into his eyes, which makes her fall for him. The next day, Bora sends a photo of the three of them to Yondu. Wonho goes to Bora in the rain to tell her that he will be working in the shop in front of her father's shop. The two flirt with each other all day, and at night, Wonho takes her to his old home's backyard to pluck out some delicious plums, telling her his life story. His parents got divorced when he was young, and he got separated from his little brother who lives in New Zealand when he moved to South Korea to live with his father. He tries to kiss her, but one of the plums falls and hits her head. While he takes her back home, he kisses her, asking her to go on a date with him in the weekend to watch a movie. While both Hyunjin and Wonho sit in front of Bora, Yondu shows up from the USA. Later, while the two girls are talking, Bora realizes that Hyunjin was actually Wonho all this time, and that she fell in love with her friend's crush. Bora could not reveal her emotions, as that would break her friend's heart, who just had serious heart surgery. She decides to sacrifice her love for her friend and sends Yondu to date Wonho instead of herself. She tries to avoid Wonho in all possible ways, but that is not easy since Wonho is in love with her. On a rainy night, Bora calls Wonho to tell him that she is sorry if she made him misunderstand her actions and that she is not in love with him. Wonho was going to give her a letter, telling her that he is going back to New Zealand but will come back for her, professing his love for her even before her search for Hyunjin started. Later, when the four of them go to the amusement park, Wonho insists on riding the roller coaster with Bora, even though he fears heights. He confesses that he loves her and tells her that he will go back to New Zealand. She pretends not to care and leaves him. Hyunjin tells Yondu that Bora and Wonho like each other. Later, Yondu speaks with Bora, blaming her for keeping her emotions about Wonho from her and that she should not sacrifice her love out of care for her. Yondu goes to Wonho and tells him that Bora likes him, and she denied it out of care for her ill friend. Wonho sends Bora a message to wait for him in front of her house, but she does not receive the message because her younger brother got hit, and she stayed with him all night in the hospital. The next day, Yondu pretends to be ill to let Bora leave school and go to Wonho. Before he leaves, Hyunjin gives her a ride to the station. When Bora sees Wonho, she keeps crying, telling him how sorry she is for everything. Wonho tells her that she doesn't have to be sorry, she could just tell him that she likes him. Bora tells him how much she likes him. Wonho hugs her, telling her not to cry and to wait for him until he gets back. The two keep crying after he gets on the train. They keep emailing each other, deciding to go to the same college in Korea. However, Wonho has not replied to her anymore, and she keeps waiting for him, but to no avail. Then the protagonist takes us back to the present, where Bora goes to help her father. Later, she goes to the exhibition where she finds Wonho, whose brother tells her that his brother died and how much his brother was in love with her. She was the only person who made him happy. Bora goes back to rewatch the short film that Wonho filmed and sees his last message to her.